kind of going through the competitors one by one. And joining us tonight, the Permanator, Sam Beale. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Good. What's up, everybody? I'm excited to be here and excited to be a part of the ECWA Super 8.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. We're really excited to have you. And honestly, the whole field is just like this. It's like this youth movement in ECWA. It's great to see. And with that said, there are so many people that we don't know much about, and we're just trying to learn to just get an idea, wrap our heads around, what this tournament's going to be like. For those who aren't familiar, Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, you see, I am the croc rockin', nickelback poppin', curls for all the girls in the entire world, the Permanator Sam Beale. I ooze perfection from every pore on my body. It's like sweat, but in reality, it's just perfection. I come to crush bush lights like this and eat some dubs. So
Wow.
I bring all the fun, all the power, all the athleticism, everything into the ring. Cannot forget the permanation, baby. But yeah, I'm excited to bring my unique, charismatic, atmosphere or athletics ability to the ring at ECWA and especially at the Super 8. It's been one of my goals since I started wrestling back in 2020 or 2016 to be in a tournament of this prestigiousness. I should say permstigiousness. See what I did there. But yeah, I'm glad to actually be able to compete in it this year. So.
Well, I gotta say that is a glorious haircut. I'm very jealous. I cut mine off and it never grew back, so I don't know what happened there. But so Super 8, obviously a bucket list item for you. What was it about this tournament in particular that kind of gets you excited?
I mean, first off, the first year that it ever happened, I wasn't even alive yet. I mean,
Wow.
I was born in 1998, so to see that the first year was 97, that's kind of cool. And then to just see the names that have gone through the Super 8, and now the Permanator Sam Beale, he's right there on that list with guys like AJ Styles, Tommaso Ciampa, Low Key, Christopher Daniels, Richard Holiday, all of these super strong influences in the industry. My name's right there with them now, so it's a awesome thing that I can hold high. It's like a little feather in the cap, and I'm something I'm proud of too.
Yeah, very cool. Now, you mentioned all these names. What's funny about that is, like, back in the day when a lot of these guys were in the tournament, they weren't huge names in the industry. Like Super 8 has done a really masterful job, I think, of kind of discovering the next great talents and kind of showcasing them. And for you to be included, I think, that's a huge feather in your cap. If you're kind of, I don't know what happened to the video there. Oh, well. If you're kind of, there you go. If you were kind of like looking at this tournament, and obviously the whole field has been announced, is there anybody in particular that like you're really kind of getting the ring with?
I mean, everybody's kind of new in my eyes, right?
Okay.
Oh, am I still here?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're here. I thought I lost you.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. What I would say is, everybody over there, like I haven't done a lot of, competing over on the East Coast as much. I've been to a couple shows, whether it's like North Carolina or I've been to Delaware, kind of just, a select few, right? So being over at ECWA is going to be nice because all of the entire field is all people that I'm not too familiar with. And every single time that somebody new gets kind of announced, I get to be like, all right, let's do a little bit of study and let's see what I can get myself into. I mean, all of the other 7 competitors they all look like you said, young, hungry, at the top of their games. Unfortunately for them, I'm also at the top of my game,
Right.
so I'm gonna be there, and the top of my games is a little bit higher than a lot of the others. So
Very good.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to get in the ring with all of them. But I come to eat the dub. I don't take the L. I eat the dub.
Okay. Very nice. Now, how important is like preparation and training and like, because obviously it's a gruesome tournament in a way because you got to wrestle 3 times in one night. And Yeah, I mean, there isn't really like a way to kind of skate through it. Have you considered that?
Absolutely. I mean, it like you said, it's one of the most gruesome things out there. Having to wrestle 3 matches in one night is something that's unheard of, right? I wrestle one match in a night and I'm beat,
Sure.
So I have to be able to, go in there with the mindset that I know that I'm already going to wrestle 3 matches. So I'm gonna have my head right, go in there, tackle each match with the same idea that if you're going to win this thing, right, you gotta wrestle all 3 matches.
Yeah.
So you gotta have that mindset that you're willing to withstand the stamina to get to the end.
Now, we're lucky enough that we have former WCW star Maestro Rob Kellum with us each and every week. And Rob is quite familiar with having to wrestle multiple matches in one night. Rob, any advice for the young buck?
Just yeah, just take care of your body, uh, mentally and physically. Just just make the most of every opportunity, and to just just learn how to preserve yourself, more or less.
Yeah.
And more or less in the longevity game.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Now,
Thank you.
yeah, one of the listeners, they want to know what kind of goals you have set for yourself in your career, say maybe 10, 15 years down the line.
I mean, I I have 3 main goals. The 3 goals that I say to every single person.
Mhm.
Obviously, we all have like littler, like not littler goals, but like other milestones and goals that are along the way. But the 3 that I have in my heart that will, I guess, mean something to me that makes me feel like I had a successful career. Were First off, I want to wrestle in all 50 states. That's one of the bucket list kind of ideas. The second, I want to be able to wrestle in front of my kids. I have 2 children that I love, and I want them to, be proud that I'm their dad. And then third and finally, I want to leave some sort of impact on the industry, that somebody somewhere decides that I want to create a documentary about my career.
Oh,
If
cool.
I can complete those 3, I would say that I have had a successful career. And I mean, and obviously, I want to be signed to the WWE, or be signed to AEW, or be signed back to TNA, or just any of those things. Obviously, those are some goals along the way, but I say the 3 big ones are those 3 that I just went over, as in wanting, feeling like I had a successful career.
Now, you mentioned TNA in particular. How was that experience for you?
Oh, it was incredible. I can't say enough good things about being on TNA. Back when it was like, I always say I got to see it in like 3 different eras, right?
Okay.
Uh, the first was closed set tapings where there was no fans, right after COVID, right?
Wow.
And then the second one was they let a select few fans back in, and then we got to go out to Vegas for one pay-per-view, and it was a live show, so I got to do that. So I got to see it in all 3 different aspects. And being so young into the business at the time, it really helped me, right? There were a lot of lessons that I learned early on that some people who've been in it 10, 15 years still haven't learned yet. You
Mhm,
get what I'm
mhm.
saying? So it's nice to to have that early on, to kind of mold and lay down a foundation for myself now where I'm at.
Now, you mentioned, I think you've been wrestling since 2016. So
Yes.
it's about 10 years, roughly.
Yep.
Does that, I mean, obviously it presents an advantage over some of like the younger guys that may be in the tournament. Not that you're not young, but you know what I mean. There's probably guys that are in their early. We interviewed the one guy who was 19.
Yeah,
So like that, I mean, that's got to be an advantage, I would think, on a stage like that.
absolutely. Like you said, I've been around for 10 years now, whether it's
Yeah.
been on TNA or I've competed on Ring of Honor. I have done a lot of stuff with a lot of the bigger, independent scenes in the Midwest. So I've felt the pressure, and every single time I go out there, I deliver. Whether it's having a great match and eating a dub, or entertaining the crowd, or giving the fans exactly what they paid to see. I know what it takes to do that, and I know what I can bring to the table each time. Where some of the younger guys, they may be still figuring it out. They may still be trial and error, and that's unfortunate for them that they're coming into the Super 8 when Perm Daddy's there. I'm here to get a dub. I'm here to eat the dub and take home the trophy. So uh, if you're inexperienced, better luck next time,
Tough
right?
time. Yep.
Yeah, I'm coming to win. I'm coming to take the whole thing.
All right. I like it. I like it. Now, one of the listeners wants to know, you're obviously a little more traveled than some of these guys are going to be as well. Where's your favorite place to wrestle so far?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I would have to say. I mean, I have a lot, and I'm very any promotion that books the Permanator. I want to say thank you, and I'm very appreciative that you bring me in. But I will say my favorite promotion to get to work for is definitely Warrior Wrestling out in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Um, they always put on a great show, and it feels like a hometown show for me because they put it on in a brewery. And I love the beer, so it
Sure.
makes it easy for me. But nonetheless, like they take really good care of me, and they make me feel very valued. So I love the people over there at Warrior, and they've given me a lot of great opportunities that I'm very thankful for.
I've heard a lot of great stuff about them, actually. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
They're awesome. Yeah, definitely check them out on YouTube if you can. They usually post a lot of their matches on Twitter as well, or I should say
Okay.
X. But
Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. Yeah, and I just lost my train of thought because you were talking about beer. So now I'm thinking like, oh yeah,
Hey,
that sounds really
there's
good.
nothing wrong with that.
No, so okay. So being a relative unknown here on the East Coast, what is something that everybody should know about Sam Beale?
Hmm.
And that came
Ooh,
from a listener, by the way. I think it's a great question.
it is a great question. That is a great question. Uh, I think everybody should know that the Perm Daddy, in and out of that ring, I'm authentically me, 100%. What you're gonna get day in and day out, and then in terms of the ECWA for the Super 8. In all three matches, 'cause I'm telling you, I'm eating the dough. I'm going to win this tournament. That's I'm gonna
Yeah.
make that happen. But in all three matches, you are getting an authentic wrestler, an authentic performer, an authentic athlete. Uh, who I am outside of the ring is who I am in the ring. Maybe it's turned up to 1,000, but nonetheless, like I come in there and I have my own way, and I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna make it happen, right?
All right. Now, if people want to follow along with everything that you've got going on, and we still have about 6 weeks till the tournament, so I'm sure there's a whole lot going on. Where can they kind of keep up with the Perminator?
Oh yeah, so I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I keep saying Twitter, but X.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter or X and Instagram.
Yeah.
My at is at SamBeal23. I guess there's another little cool thing that I just kind of started this year. I am, like I said, I am a authentic person, and I'm 100% me. I love Pokemon cards. It's my collection right now. So I have a content creation kind of page that I've been rocking with,
Oh, cool.
called the Permfection or the Perm Collection 3 on both X and Twitter. But if you look up Permfection Collection, you'll be able to find it. I post a lot of videos on there and whatnot. So um, yeah, those are some things. Those are where you could find me on the social medias, and I love interacting with everybody, whether it's at the merch stand, whether it's at social media. I always got something to say to you. So
Cool. Which is your favorite Pokemon?
my favorite Pokemon is
Yeah,
Mudkip. Mudkip. He's
I'm
a
gonna have
Gen
to look them
3
up.
star. Yeah,
Okay.
Gen 3
Number
starter.
one.
He's a cute little dude.
Gotcha. I always I was always big on the Pikachu, but that's like the
Oh,
one that everybody likes, right? So
absolutely. I mean, he's a
yeah.
classic. You can't be mad at that,
Yeah, exactly.
I like
Exactly.
to all of my favorites, like I said, I'm authentically me. So like all of my favorites and things are not
Yeah.
the always the popular, right? So like for example, my favorite professional wrestler of all time, and I'm
Okay.
talking dates back to 1998 when I was born, right?
Yeah.
My favorite professional wrestler, he goes by the name of Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
I,
Okay.
I
I can
am
see
the
that.
my
Yeah.
favorite wrestler of all time. I like him better than John Cena, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, like all of them. Dolph Ziggler is my all-time favorite wrestler. So,
Now, would you do Dolph Ziggler with or without the perm?
ooh, like him having the perm?
Yeah, because he's had the perm in the past, I know.
Oh, he has, and then he's went straight to
Yeah.
dude, I'll tell you right now, honestly, I like him in all aspects. Like,
Okay.
him as a good guy, bad guy, the sleazeball, everything about him. I've enjoyed watching him the entire time.
Okay. Well, just for the record, my favorite wrestler is Alexa Bliss. I think she's a generational talent.
Hey, that's an Ohio girl too.
Yep. There you go. Well, Sam, I do appreciate the time. Before we let you go, I have a huge favor to ask.
Yeah.
If you could, we'd like to get you to record a bumper to play on the beginning of the show. Basically, say who you are and tell people that they're listening to In the Room. That way, when you're big and famous, we can play it all the time and act like we were best friends.
Absolutely. And you said In the Room, right?
Yes, In the Room. So I'll give you a countdown. And yeah, just your name. You're listening to In the Room, however you want to craft it.
Sounds
Okay?
good. Yep.
Okay. 3, 2.
I am the crock rockin', nickelback poppin' girls for all the girls, the Permanator Sam Beale, and you are listening to In the Room.
Sam, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Can't wait for March 14th.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me on. I can't wait for March 14th. I'm literally like I'm itching at the bits, man. It's something that I'm super grateful to be selected for, and I'm super proud of. But listen, just because I got my eyes on the prize. Like I said, we eat the dubs. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. And like I said, follow me on social medias and make sure you interact with me. I love to interact with everybody. So.
All right. Can't wait. Thank you so much, Sam. We'll talk soon.
Thank you,
See you
Sam.
guys.
See you. Here you have it. The Permanator, Sam Beale, joining us on the program, and he's going to be part of ECWA Super 8. That's March 14th at the Jersey Dugout, Morganville,